guys, it's Naseem here. Now, after using the iPad mini 6 for about 8 months now, the one thing that kept coming to my mind after using it on a day-to-day basis was the simple statement that I think explains the iPad mini pretty perfectly. And that statement is, I think that the iPad mini 6 is one of the best iPads in 2022.
And I say this because when you think about it, the iPad mini 6 is a tablet that can not only perform very well, but it can also be used by anyone across all age groups. And that versatility makes this iPad much more effective. The iPad mini has a beautiful display that still looks great despite its smaller stature, it has a powerful processor that will let you run power heavy apps very smoothly, and it has a great battery that will last you all day with medium to heavy use. And not only is the mini capable of doing all of these great things, but it also has really great portability, and that's the main reason why I think that this tablet is so great. And besides my reasonings for why I think that the iPad mini is a really great tablet, I wanted to let you guys in on my experience with it after 8 months of use to help you decide whether it's for you or not.
And now the first thing that I wanted to look at when it came to how the iPad mini held up after 8 months of use was the display.
Now the iPad mini 6 has an 8.3 inch liquid retina display that I will say overall felt really smooth. Everything fit really well within the display, the colors were nice, and the vibrancy was okay. The only problem that I had with the screen was that it felt like one of the cheaper Apple screens. Like, it might be hard to show on camera because you won't notice it until you actually use it, but the screen definitely felt like the iPad 9th generation. The screen brightness was also pretty underwhelming. Like, whenever I'll be outside with my tablet, the max brightness could have been much higher like on the iPad Pro, but besides that, the haptics were pretty nice and sharp. Whenever I was scrolling through the software or pressing on apps, the responsiveness was always on point and I never had a problem with it. The size wasn't too small for me either. It kind of felt like I was using a really big phone, and the reachability made it easier to use than any other tablet in the price range. The screen resolution was also something that I really liked about the display. Even though the whole screen felt a little cheaper, it didn't affect the vibrancy, the sharpness was still there, and the size made it an overall pleasurable experience. And to show you guys what I mean, here's some examples of me watching videos and playing games on the iPad mini.
And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when it came to how the iPad mini held up after 8 months of use was the battery.
Now the iPad mini has a 5000 milliamp hour battery, which in itself is very high for a tablet at this price. I would get about 5 to 6 hours of on-screen time by doing things like watching videos, playing games, drawing, scripting videos, etc. And I will confidently say that the battery was able to last me all day. Like, at the end of every day, I would have about 25% battery left, which was pretty amazing since I was putting a lot of strain on the battery for a longer period of time. And now the only time where I didn't last all day is where I will play a heavy game for a long amount of time, like Asphalt 9. But I will give it a pass because any game that powerful will drain the battery faster. I also really like that the charge times were faster because there were times where I would forget to charge my mini and would end up having a quick charge it. Like, whenever I would charge my mini while I was getting ready to head out, I would be getting ready for about an hour and a half, and my tablet would charge from 20 to 100%, which was pretty great for me. And if you are someone who likes to go out a lot with your tablet, then I would advise you to keep a portable on you if you're going to be playing heavy games because, again, the battery will drain faster.
And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when it came to how the iPad mini held up after 8 months of use was the software experience.
And when I say software experience, I mean just how well the software was and how smooth it was able to handle it. Like, right here, you can see me scrolling through the OS and you can see just how well kept it is. I didn't have to deal with any lags. I didn't have to deal with any apps crashing on me. I didn't have to deal with some apps not being compatible with the screen size. And I didn't have to restart my tablet just so it could act right. And I think that this and the screens were definitely the most enjoyable parts for me because when everything was running smooth, it made tasks much easier to do, which means that I'm overall more happy with my purchase. And I also really love how well it was able to handle my heavy workload. Like, right here, you can see that I'm able to get my work done with no hiccups. And whenever I connect my keyboard, it feels no different than a smaller laptop.
And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when it came to how the iPad mini held up after 8 months of use was the speakers.
Now the speakers on the iPad mini are definitely some of the best that I had ever heard on any tablet in this price range. They were loud, crystal clear, full of bass, all while still maintaining amazing quality. I love that no matter how much I turned up the volume, I was still able to get great quality, because when it comes to other devices, they'll sound good when the volume is low, but once the volume goes up, they don't really sound good at all. And that was something that I really appreciated about the iPad mini speakers. And to give you guys an idea of what I mean, I will be putting these speakers on full blast while playing a video.
Wiggins fakes the pass, drives inside the runner. Well defended. Wiggins second attempt misses. Kicked out to Green. Right back to Wiggins for the win. 4 rebounds and a block shot and a steal. Smart for 3. Got it.
But I love the physical nature of it and the team spirit.
What's icing?
I don't know. That's when they chuck it way down the court.
Curry chucks it up and puts it in.
And now the final thing that I wanted to look at when it came to how the iPad mini held up after 8 months of use was the power.
Now the power on the iPad mini was really great. I'll be doing things like playing games and watching movies on it, and I had no hiccups. Like right here, you can see that I'm playing Call of Duty Mobile, and there wasn't one time throughout my extended time of using it where it lagged on me, and I was pretty impressed. Everything worked fine. And to show you guys what I mean, here's an example of me playing Asphalt 9, and you'll see how smooth it runs.
And there it is, you guys, my review on the iPad mini 6 after 8 months of use. Now let me know down in the comments, would you get the iPad mini over any other iPad in the lineup? Let me know.
And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for sticking around, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It'll be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.